Riverside, and I don't know what this building is or was. Really rises up. What could it have been? More research required. All right, let's look for the station. Here it is, right here. So not too far from the station, but a little bit of ways. It's this parking lot for the Riverside station. So we'll walk back and take more of a look at that old building right by the station. It's getting, now that I'm looking for parking, like every station does seem to have parking, even if you don't notice it right at first. It's somewhere right near the station. So this line is really well set up for usage. Nicely designed. I see a steady amount of patronage, nothing overwhelming, but something. We just went over a drawbridge, and you can see like the top of a bridge back there that goes over a river between Delanco and Riverside. I'll have to find out what that river is. It was quite wide. I think I see a train in the distance. We'll see. Let's just see where we are on the map. Here's the overall New Jersey Transit map. So we're right down here. The two stations, Delanco and Riverside, are pretty close to each other. We'll take a look at this building from the front. It's really something. The water tower says Historic Riverside, founded 1851. I just heard a man reading one of the signs about when the next train is coming. It doesn't sound like there's a train coming for a while, but look at this building. And the station. But let's look at this building. What a building. I think this lists the different firms that were involved in the building of the river line. Bechtel, Watch Case Partnership, I don't know that. Wayne Lippincott and Daniel Jacobs. The Watch Case Office Complex. Just get a load of this. Has to be on an endangered historic buildings list. Really interesting. I'm going to take some pictures and then we'll move on to the next station. Here's a historical plaque. I took some pictures. I'll add some detail to this, but this is what that watch case company building looked like. The Philadelphia Watch Case Company, with a Camden and Trenton railway trolley circa 1906. And where we are is sort of here. And then here's a picture of a train going through Riverside circa 1905 to 1910. So as interesting as it was to see a train going through the middle of a town. Today it was really interesting back in the day. So here we are. Now we're gonna make our descent to the final stations in the southern end of the line. Here at Riverside. Let's take a last look at the back of the watch case company building. Right here by the station. And that's the parking lot over there where I park my car. Riverside. One other little thing I've noted at a couple of the stations, including this one at Riverside, they have a little bike area with a little fix-it station, and they've got tools that you can use to fix your bike, and you can also pump up your tire. We're doing everything to encourage people not to drive. Don't know how well used that is, but A for effort. All the parking, by the way, is free at all these stations. Just incentive after incentive to ride this train. And history too. And just as I was about to leave, I hear the warning gates coming down. Here comes the train from the south, from Camden, headed for Trenton. So let's walk back and watch it come into the station. Like a little kid. Every time I hear or see a train, I get excited. Guess once it's in your blood, it stays in your system for your whole life. And you're gonna get a couple riders at this station. Everybody wants to get in on the back. So we'll watch it as it heads for the bridge to the north of here. Fair amount of customers. The train starts to look really little the farther away it gets. And it'll go over that blue bridge over a river that I'll put on the screen. Our next stop, Cinnaminson. This name always caught my eye when I was looking at the map of all the towns that the river line serves. Such a unique name, Cinnaminson. Oh, it's a cute little jewel box of a station. Oh, here's some parking right here. Let me park here. I knew there was parking somewhere. Jacket back on as it's cooling back down. It is late January. We'll go over and take a look at the station. So this is the first center island platform I've seen. Usually they're side platforms. So there's always somebody waiting at each of these stations. Even though the wait time might be a little bit, since we've seen some trains recently. And here's the surrounding area. Take a quick look from the platform. So the name of this development over here must be a housing development. It's called Cinnaminson Harbor. And all these towns are along the Delaware. So I'll show you where we are on the map. All in New Jersey, down here. Starts to get a little sketchy. Better map here, Cinnaminson.
Attention, Cinnaminson passengers. The New Jersey Transit 209 train is scheduled to depart in approximately 5 minutes.
It's the same voice that you hear all over the system. 5 minutes away. And there's always a road paralleling these stations. I don't know what highway this is, but you've got options. Cinnaminson. Here we are in Riverton, and we're on Broad Street. We're going to make a left here on Main Street to get to the station. And New Jersey Transit always has these helpful signs that help direct you towards the station. They're pretty good about that. So let me just park right here. Looking back at some really colorful buildings here in Riverton. Look at this house. Purple and teal and orange. So we're back to a side platform. I parked right here. They have some parking right by the station. You can see if there's another full parking lot. So a train just went north towards Trenton as I was driving into town. And this residential street looks really nice. It runs right into the station, headed west. Really nice with the houses set back from the street and sidewalks. Victorians, really nice paint combinations there. Even some coloring on the roof of that yellow house or gold house. Very inviting. Look at that roof of that house. Sort of reminds me of the Hudson River School. This is the Delaware River School. So maybe we'll drive down Riverton, down this street, Lippincott Avenue in Riverton, on our way to the next station, which is, let's look at the map. There's a brewery over there, by the way. Looks pretty hip. So, the next town is Palmyra, also on Broad Street. All right, let's keep pressing on. Now let's take a drive down Lippincott. Like there's some rebuilding going on, or new building. Look at this house with the octagonal tower. That's something. A lot of gems on this street. Presbyterian Church. A lot of the towns I've noticed are really quiet down here. I mean, people are living in these towns. There's just not a lot of... I know it's late January, but you don't see a lot of... Except on the main highways. That's a beautiful home there. As is this one. Let's drive to the end here. I wonder if you can see the Delaware River from here. Look at this house. Needs a paint job, but still. That's a beautifully redone house, fixed up. Is that Riverview Estates? I wonder what that is. Maybe that's now an assisted living facility. And anyway, here's the Delaware. I guess I can go down this street. Bank Avenue. We're on the bank of the Delaware. Look at these homes. Well, I'll tell you, the people in Pennsylvania have a better view of New Jersey than New Jersey does of Pennsylvania. It doesn't look like much across the river there. And the speed limit is 15 miles an hour. It's fine with me. These are beautiful homes to look at, gawk at. And that, could that be the Betsy Ross Bridge going over to Pennsylvania? Just really something. And this house has been sort of modernized. Really nice. Big geese hangout. Well, that's the thing I like about searching for train stations, is that you see some other interesting areas when you're doing that. So this is really interesting. All right, we'll head further south looking for Palmyra.